And greetings, Inquisitors. Looks like some people are in. Nice. How y'all doing today? EU-friendly time. Yeah, that's good. In a ship battle here, trying to get some fleet placement for the day. This daze from the negotiator is worse than anything else with that ability. You get everybody dazed and you can't do anything. You're just sitting there waiting on turn meter. Our friend Plo can get rid of that and put us back in the game here. All right. The negotiator has negotiated himself a loss. Cool. Got to get back in there and get one more of those. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out. All right, so I had some questions over on the Discord. That was nice. A few people asked a few things that we could talk about for the show. So I'll talk about a few of those things while I wait for a few minutes to see if more people are going to join. One of the things that a lot of people have asked me about is Phoenix. And I got asked the question again today about early Phoenix. And I've gone on the record as saying I'm not a fan of early Phoenix. And a lot of people say it's good. And they can put the Phoenix as a defensive team up to a pretty, high division and still, if not get a hold, at least, do something with it on a defense. So suffice to say, the reason why my enthusiasm for the Phoenix went down, they get you Thrawn and they get you the Chimera capital ship. And the Chimera capital ship to me is just a big disappointment. Thrawn is a handy character, but so far I've been playing without Thrawn on my Darth Loquitur account. I'll be playing without Thrawn for quite some time because I haven't even started the Phoenix yet. And I don't find myself in any situations where I'm going, wow, I wish I had Thrawn right here. And if I had access to the capital ship event for Chimera, I would do it, but I wouldn't even activate the Chimera. The Executrix is almost as good as the Chimera, and there's no reason to blow up your galactic power with another capital ship that you're not really going to use anyway. So to me, and again, I feel differently about chasing the legendary characters than a lot of people do. I know a lot of people just want to chase those journey guide characters because, hey, if it's in the journey guide, it must be a really good character, and that puts you over the top. But if you have to build a whole bunch of crappy characters in order to get that journey character, the question is the character that you got out of that journey better than if you had built 5 characters that you wanted to use along with, let's say, one character that you reliced? So to provide an example for that, it's exactly this. Imagine that I was building Phoenix. Let's go to the squads here. Imagine that I was building Phoenix and I got a legendary Thrawn, and then I reliced the Thrawn. This is basically what you would see. You would have some characters kind of at a mid-level together with a relic Thrawn, and then you would have a relic Thrawn and a Phoenix team that you would throw somewhere on defense. Whereas here, I've got an Imperials team that, as you guys have seen in my stream, is crushing everything, right? So the quality of the characters that you get out of the journey guide plus the prerequisites that you have to build them is why I say, okay, I look at Phoenix and I go, meh. I've got to build the Phoenix someday. If I want the Sith Eternal Emperor on this account, I have to go circle around and get Phoenix and get Thrawn. So one argument is if you ever have to build Phoenix, build them early while they're at least somewhat useful. So if you said, hey, first team I'm going to build is Phoenix, you're not wrong. That's not a problem. And, people with, very popular streamers have said that that's the route to go, Phoenix first. Phoenix is decent at the Galactic Wars. But in the way that I play the game, if you're starting an account, you really have to go for that Tarkin fleet and that unlock of the Zeta materials as soon as possible. And if you're already building Phoenix, that pretty much sets your first two teams. And then where are you going to fit in your Geos? Where are you going to fit in your Jedi? Because those are also important teams coming up. So when I look at it, I say, okay, the Phoenix are not a team that I'm going to continue building. I'm going to build them somewhat, and then I'm going to stop. And I just don't want to do that for myself personally. It's not wrong. And if somebody said, hey, what would you advise? If you want to go for the Phoenix and get that Thrawn early, get it. Again, I'll still have to do it someday and go back around and get that Thrawn. But for right now, for very low galactic power, I want every single thing in my account to be a strong contributor and to be something that I'm working on and planning to continue to gear up. Later on, I'll circle back around. And that's also, I was starting the Rebel team to get CLS because I like CLS a lot. And I thought if I could get a CLS early game, that would be great. So I actually was planning to do that. And within a couple months of playing the account, I just didn't want to invest in those characters. They weren't doing something for me, and every time I had a decision to make on where to put the gear, it was never going on those characters. And I just sort of said, yeah, okay, I'm not actually going to do it. Like, it's taking too many resources away from the things that I actually want to build. So in terms of journey guide, I mean, I've done Padme, I've done R2, and this is where they sit. I've got a 330 shard Padme sitting down here on unused. I've got R2D2, 330 shards, hasn't even been activated yet. So I don't feel like I have to chase these characters. Where's that Padme? There she is. There's my Padme. So I don't feel like I have to chase the journey characters, and I'm not going to develop them till I need them anyway. So that's my take on the Phoenix, right? That's why. Okay, I'm going to go over here and take a look. Honestly, I value Phoenix because it makes the early game, especially the Guild Wars, easy. Yeah, if you want to prioritize the Guild Wars, that's fine. Thrawn is a good capital ship, but not amazing. The train works better for Emperor fleets anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Chimera. Okay, what else we got over here? Spot on is exactly the problem I'm having right now. Got Phoenix at 7 stars and struggling to get Geos and fleet. Yeah, that's it. That's the trade-off. Somebody says you can farm the Phoenix. You can farm the Geos and the Jedi with the Phoenix. You get them to 7 stars in 3 weeks. The stars don't matter. I don't care about stars. I can get 7-star Phoenix any day of the week. I can just click a button and start getting 7-star Phoenix. That's not the problem. The issue is the gear that it's taking away from the other characters that you have to gear. You can see in terms of stars, again, just looking at this account, I have no problem getting stars. Look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters ready to max there, 6. I've probably got 7 or 8 characters that would be at 7 stars if I just activated them and ran them up. I just don't want to do it because until I can get them to a useful galactic power, gear 8, gear 9 at least, to contribute to a team, there's just no reason to even start with them. The Phoenix basically gives you a fleet when it unlocks. Yeah, but it gives you a fleet of ships that you're not going to work on. You're not going to, that's the problem. I mean, I've had my main account for a long time, and I've never gone back and worked on the Ghost or the Phantom. They're the same level they were once I unlocked the capital ship. So it's a fleet, but I would rather have a fleet that I'm going to continue to build. With CLS, you get Old Ben, who's useful. That's correct, yes. And my Old Ben here, you see, I'm definitely planning to use him as part of the Jedi team. That's good. Okay. Finally caught a stream. Let's go. Do you want to invest in Padme anytime soon? Yeah, I will. As soon as I get this Anakin going. So, to me, the Jedi team is still very weak, and this Anakin definitely needs to get moving. When he's, I don't know, geared 10 or 11, then I'll start working on Padme. But he's the key to the team. He's the absolute key to that Padme team. And until I get him up and running, then I really don't have much motivation to try to get the Padme up and running. Because, again, I don't have enough to build a Jedi team and the Padme team, so I can't split two teams. And the Padme team's not going to be that great until Jedi and Anakin gets better. I love the streams, man. Keep it up. I love you guys. Keep coming to see my streams. This is awesome. I love it. I'm getting a lot of questions, and that's very cool. Cool stuff. Okay. My Mando can do 10K on basic with a crit. Mando's a pretty good character. He's the bounty hunter version of the old school Mandalorian. I like him a lot. All right, so if we take a look at the Grand Arena here, we've got a win on my last one. So he didn't, I don't think he even played against me. So you guys saw what we did, and no fight back for a win. When do you answer Discord questions? Oh, I'm going to answer some of them as we go along. That's what I'm going to try to do. I won my GAC today because of the Discord. Thank you, Discord. That's cool. Do I think enough people have stabbed the like button with their lightsabers? I don't know. 53 viewers, 21 likes. Seems like about half of the people have done their job. But the rest of y'all need to stab it, shoot it, use the force crush it, lightning strike, whatever you got. We got to get more likes before we can do the troopers, right? Minor server announcement for Discord. We have everything set up for a notification tag so people can get alerts for videos. You just gotta click something to sign up for that, right? You gotta subscribe to that channel specifically. I think so. All right, so my opponent this time around, if we look at his stats, he's got tons of fleet, 350 in fleet, 420 in characters. So we're similar on characters, but he's got a ton more fleet. So if we look at his fleet, though, it's pretty spread out. So he's got a bunch of different ships up here. He's got Anakin at gear 12. That's a pretty good ship. A bunch of stuff in the middle. So he's got a lot of fleet. He's got, let's say, depth in his rosters. But he's only got one capital ship that's really developed. And he's got a lot of galactic power in these ships that are just started but not really worked on. You know, stuff like this where he's, put an investment in it. That's not too bad. That's pretty low galactic power for what he's got in it. What else we got? Things like Xanadu Blood. They add to your galactic power without really being a good enough ship to be competitive in fleet. So if we look at his roster, the roster's pretty broad so far. He's got Vader. He's got a Padme team up and running. And I'm kind of expecting to see this Padme team on defense and the Geos on defense. So that's like a worst case scenario for me if he puts the Padme team and the Geos both on defense. He's got a clone team up and running, Rex 5s. He's got a couple of the other clones down here. Clone Sergeant he's working on. Echo, Cody. He's got Cody maxed out. So this is kind of a little bit scattered, but this account is just a little too broad. Like he's got, one too many teams going right now. If he'd invested that galactic power and some of these other characters on his good teams, I think he'd be better off. But still, it's a formidable roster, especially if he puts both of his good defensive teams on defense. All right. Had another question over here. Would be interested in your view on the new Dark Trooper. The new Dark Trooper seems good. I don't know. I'm not willing to wail on that character. I kind of pick and choose the number of new characters that I go for on my main account, and I'm not going to go crazy for the Dark Trooper. I'll wait till he's more accessible, and then I'll try him out for myself. But from what I've heard, the initial feedback is that he's pretty good in a Trooper team. I still don't know my verdict on Moff Gideon and making an Imperial Remnant team. So I'll have to actually get the Dark Trooper in my hands before I can decide that. All right, so we go in here today and we take a look at the defenses that he actually set up. And he did put the Geos up here. So we got Geos to fight. And then he's got the clones down here. And he's got 351st. And he's got a Rex that's decently fast. So we either have to try to outspeed that team or just, out muscle it. So he'll be at about 240 on his speed. I think my Vader can get up over that. So I'm probably going to Vader this group here. And I'm probably going to just use the troopers here. Because we found out if we underestimate the Geos, we end up not happy with that. So I think we're going to make sure that we've got plenty of power to kill these Geos. I think that's the way we need to go. So what I did on defense myself, I put the Jedi here in front of the ships. He cleared that in one fight. I put in a decent fleet here. He cleared it in one fight with one reinforcement. So hopefully I took some banners from him. Usually if you get cleared with no reinforcements, then you probably didn't even take many banners. Then he fought my Geo team once, and that's what he ended up with. Darth Vader says he has the Dark Trooper. He hits like a Mack truck. He doesn't need any other abilities, and it really sets up a good team for Imperial Remnants, knocking down all the meta teams outside of Galactic Legends. Oh, wow. So his basic, just like his basic attack is that good when he's got 4 stacks, he's just taking people out with it then, huh? Nice. Cool. Maybe I should go for it. Just lost my first GAC because I underestimated a 44k Geo team. Yeah. Yep. How do you split the first order for Grand Arena? We'll talk about that here in a minute. When we get over to my main account, when I'm over there, we'll talk about splitting up the first order. Okay, so these guys... Now, here's the thing, right? Nabokov has asked me a couple times if I would show people how Piet works together with Vader, or at least I think that's the question. So I could put Piet with Vader and then just take my troopers over here without Piet and just do this set of troopers and take Piet out. So I could do that with the Geos, and I think that's enough. We still got Veers, we still got Stark, and we still got the Snow Trooper to mow everybody down. So I think that's plenty to take out these Geos. So that would leave us the option to come over here and put Piet in with Vader. So if people are interested in seeing how Vader works with Piet, let me know in the chat, and we can think about doing that over here. I think that should be plenty to take out this, right? Because you get the 15,000 extra, but there's going to be somebody in here. The Brute will be weak enough that we can take him out with a mass assist. So yeah, I think... So Arnold said that the basic is all of his damage. YCC, I thought Dark Trooper can only crit if they have advantage. Okay. Okay, so Dark Trooper sounds like he's getting the nod from a lot of people. Cool. Nice. All right, so let's do this one first then. You want to do the troopers first? And we'll save Piet. And we'll put Piet with Vader. All right, we got to check the likes, though. If we're going to deploy the troopers, we got to deploy the likes. 63 viewers, 36 likes. We can do better than that, boys. Get out your lightsabers. Come on, Inquisitors. I taught you how to do this. That little hand with the thumb sticking up, slash it, kill it, destroy it. The holocron doesn't work right if you don't. All right. Let's get in here. I am going to bring in the Stormtrooper. I don't think I necessarily need him, but just in case they do get a turn somewhere in there, I want him to be my scapegoat. So we're going to undersize it, and we're going to go in there. Oh, I didn't bring Piet. So I can't mark him that way anyway. All right, so this assist should give us a kill. And then we can taunt. More area effect. 61 banners. That team just feels so good. Feels so good. Yeah, I love that that trooper team. Just, I'm glad I invested in it. It's a good investment. It feels very strong early on. I like it a lot. All right, he put a really good fleet. So he's got the Houndstooth. This is Vader here. It's a pretty good ship. He's got Spy in there for damage. So I don't think we can beat this fleet with what we've got. Don't think we can beat it. But we're certainly going to take a try. So that means we've got to beat this, and we've got to beat his back wall. So I've still got some stuff held back for the back wall. If we can get Vader going fast enough, we can pretty much just take this team out without him getting to do anything. So let's see what we got to do here. We got to try to kill Rex first, because if Rex gets his form up to go and gives everybody turn meter, then we're going to be in trouble. So we got to at least get an ability block on Rex. 211, no, he was only getting 12%, so he'll get 24 speed, something like that. He'll be in the 230s. So Vader will be faster than him. I think we do, well, we could just do Moff Tarkin lead. And that guarantees that I'm faster than him. 28 speed, defense down for enemies that fall below 100%. And what Vader's lead would be 30% offense and a chance to remove turn meter. Because I don't have the Zeta on his ability yet, I mean, that's not bad. And then we wanted Piet in here to see how the Emperor's Trap works with Darth Vader. So we can do that. You just need 3 territories, play it safe. Yeah, I got to try to get 3 character territories because I don't think I can beat that ship. What do you have for fleet? I have my good fleet, but the Houndstooth is the problem. I don't think I have enough to pound through that Houndstooth, and I put my Ahsoka and my Anakin both on defense, so I don't really have anything to take off the taunt or put buff immunity on him or anything like that. So save Vader for the back wall. This team is only 50,000, but this clone team hits hard. This is not a team that we can underestimate. We don't have anything else in our roster right now that can kill this clone team. The Vader is the only thing that can kill the clones that we've got right now. Anything else, we're probably going to be at a loss and have to bring Vader in anyway. And we still got kind of a bounty hunter team to take in against the back wall. So that I feel confident that we'll be able to take out whatever's back there. All right, here we go. Let's get in here. Do not underestimate a Rexolate. You got it. You got it. All right, the weakest character looks to be Cody, so I'm going to target him with Force Crush in case I kill him. Okay. And then we really have to ability block Rex, so we want to try to get the ability block here first. That's good. Now we're going to cull 5s. Get big damage on him. Put an attack here. Go, go, lobster. Yes. Oh my God, I love that. So good. So good. All right, let's just force crush him again. All right, he gets a basic attack and resets my Emperor's trap. Yeah, you can hit Vader. He's already lost protection if it's relevant. Debuffs again, and then get out of here and get out of here. Okay. There we go, 59 banners. So I guess I should have taken more time to talk through how the Emperor's trap was working, but every time Vader takes a turn on his Merciless Massacre, he's getting another 6% damage and 6% potency. So the likelihood that his debuff sticks goes up, the damage goes up, and you just keep stacking that debuff. All right, we've got the Phoenix back here. I'm over him by 1 banner. So if we drop this battle, we still got it 1 banner on him. 61,000 worth of Phoenix. And for anybody who's been, asking the question about Phoenix, this is exactly what you can do with your Phoenix that you have from getting your Thrawn and whatnot. You put them on defense like this, and you have a team. So here we're going to go in with Bounty Hunters, Kylo, Count Dooku. Basically, we're going to take in all of the good characters that we have left, because if we lose this match, we really don't have another team to come in here and clean up. So we might as well just go big. All right, and then I'm actually not going to taunt yet. I'm going to try to stun Syndulla. Boy, that just that damage did not look pleasant. That was like no damage at all. All right, let's get a shock on Kanan. And then let's stun Chopper. All right, now we're just going to pass around all kinds of stuff. Now we'll do the taunt. I think we'll just keep working on Chopper. He's got the protection back thing, right, that we want to get rid of. Now we got 2 taunts working for us. Still don't want to use the missile. Now I'll use the missile. What? Okay. Not working. I gotta hurry with this because I feel like if I don't go fast enough, I'm gonna time out against this team, because I don't really have a very big damage dealer. Okay. Let's get some flames going on these guys again. Let's get the net going over here, stun him. All right, come on, guys. Get back on Chopper. Gotta get this guy out of here. Area effect on everybody. Get some protection down again. How does Kanan have taunt back up again already? That seems awful fast. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get through this. Oh, man, come on. Come on. Now I'm stuck behind taunt. I can't do the last little bit of damage that I need to do to Chopper. Keep taunting, Chopper. Keep taunting. You can do it. There we go. All right, got him out of here. Here's next. If I can get past this taunt. Let's just go crazy. 2 minutes left. And we got to get Hera out of there before she can do her, because she can put the healing thing on that brings people back to life, and we don't want that. She's probably going to do it right here if I can't get her ability blocked or dead. All right, there we go. There we go. Now if we can get Bridger out of here. Stay alive, Dooku. All right. Probably just go on Kanan now because he's going to taunt here. All right, fine. You got my Dooku. Your Boba and Jango don't need to target the taunt, mate. Yeah. Yep. We just got a lot of people that do. All right, 51 seconds to get rid of Zeb. I think we're in good shape here. Woo! All right, there we go. 55 banner win. It was a slog, but we got it. All right, so why take out Chopper first? He recovers health, right? Whenever he's attacked, he gains 15% protection up, all this stuff, right? And then because of Hera's ability, isn't her thing that everybody has the passives, right? Grants their unique ability to other Phoenix allies. So Chopper is giving everybody the ability to heal and give protection up. So that's why you got to sort out Chopper first in these battles, because if you don't, whoever you're trying to kill is going to get so much healing and protection up that it's really hard to work through. So I typically kill Chopper first. Ezra and Kanan were the top two targets. Kanan because of the counters. Yeah, so if you have a high damage team and you know that you don't have a problem with that health regeneration and protection regeneration, then go for the characters that are the biggest threats. But for a team like mine where you're just, whittling them down, you saw how long it took me to kill that Chopper because he kept gaining back protection. He kept gaining back protection up. Once I got him down and the other characters didn't have access to that unique, it went fast. It went fast after that. I haven't fought a Phoenix in so long. Or Hera, if you can kill her because she spreads the uniques. But her spreading of the uniques is off her leadership ability, right? So it doesn't matter. If she dies, the leadership still applies, I believe. Okay, so we're going to take our fleet in here. We're just going to take well, that's useless. That's no reason even to take that. All right. So we'll take everybody in here, 152 to 152. I honestly don't know if we can beat that Hound's Tooth. The hope that we might have in here is if we can make it all the way to the alt, we may be able to do an alt. We'll just tap him so he doesn't get turn meter, and then we're going to put this on Vader, and we're going to kill Vader in one shot. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Die. All right. Now we can be stuck behind the Hound's Tooth for a week and a half. Try to get some damage on him. All right. We can bring this in. And then we can call the spy to assist. Just keep whittling away at the Hound's Tooth. All right, here comes Cad Bane. Stuck behind the... let's stun him. Get stunned. That prevents any dodges. I don't have to worry about dodging. All right, now we got power up, and we've got a mass assist. Kill the Hound's Tooth. Get him. Yeah. That's the stuff. All right. I didn't think we'd be able to punch through him, but we did. We got him. We got him. This is looking good. Call in a reinforcement. Tap. Oh, man, I need to use the other ability. What was I thinking? All right. All right, we got it. Woo! Told you it was an easy one. Easy win. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I was going to get through that Hound's Tooth that easily. What's this? Gents, what's this? A rhodium. All right. When you time out against the Malik solo because of the Kanan Zeta. Wow. Yeah. The Kanan Zeta? Are there people that Zeta their Phoenix? Must be somebody, yeah. In case of Hera, it says so, yes. I dread the data disk. The dread data disk, and it stopped in its tracks. Yeah. Does TIE give banners for full protection because it had none? I think so. I think characters with no protection give banners for full protection. Yes. I Zeta'd my Ezra long ago for the heroic AAT raid. Got to trust in the bugs. All right. Well, hey, we had a full clear. I didn't expect to get a full clear today, so that's kind of a bonus. So let's see how we're doing overall. So I don't think there's anybody who's made Kyber yet. So that's pretty good. We're on our last bit. We've still got one round to play plus next week. So if we've got 15 and let's say we get to 18 in 3 weeks, whew, it's going to be hard to get Kyber. It's going to be very close. Very close. It is a little bit harder to get Kyber at the lower levels because you can't do as many of these fleets, or the feats. I'll be able to get this squad or a feat. I'll be able to get undersized, I think. Order 66, I'll miss that one. I'll be able to pick up some of these. We should be able to get Kyber. It'll be a close thing. Pizza says he's 100 points away from the red crate, taking it slow. Yeah, on my main account, I'm pretty close to the red crate, but I got to go back and replay a bunch of missions to get the feats finished. So on the Conquest for my main account, we're at what? Take a look over here at Conquest and see where we're at. So we're at 390 out of 425. So I still got, 35 left to go. And a bunch of those are in Sector 5. So I just got to evade 50 attacks. So for the evade 50 attacks one, what you can do, if anybody is at the level where you get stuck on this kind of stuff, this team has a bunch of area effect stuff, and you can go in here with a Padme team. You take Padme in, and you put in Grandmaster Yoda, and you just do your battle meditation right here at the start. You'll kick Palpatine. Oh man, he came across fast. What happened there? Do this and get your foresight up on everybody. Usually he does the area effect attack after my guys. I don't know why he went first this time. But this typically gets me 5 dodges. So I'm only going to get, 2 dodges this time? Sad. That's weird. I go to show it and it doesn't work like it did 6 times before. Conquest is a huge disappointment for new players. You think so? I don't know. I'm not disappointed in it. Here's the Loquitur Conquest. So we got 60 out of 66 on the first level. Got 3 tickets on everything. Got all the feats done on this. I just have to go back here and kill Ewoks with my Jedi team so that I can get the good guy stuff. These feats out here, I'll be able to do the no tanks. I'll be able to do the darkness. I'll be able to do 35 battles with light side by the end, kill 400 enemies. I'll be able to close all these out. So I'll easily get this number 2 crate. In Sector 2, I'm stopped on this battle. I can't figure out any way to get through here because this Droideka, once he's under invulnerability, I can't take it out with my troopers, and my Geos aren't big enough to stand up to the team. So I think I'm done here. And I've got some, maybe I can improve on these 1s and 2s. The 1s and 2s that I've got here. But overall, I think I'm probably going to end up, let's say, here somewhere. I'll get 115 tickets, but I won't get 150. And that's a lot of free stuff. I mean, this box isn't bad. It's got a Zeta material in there, a whole bunch of 6-dot slicing stuff. And then I've already had the opportunity to make some purchases out of here. But these stores are good too. This is the real, like, this is awesome. I mean, you can come in here and pick these things up, and I've got, what, 385 of these tickets already, and probably end up with everything. I'll get another 50 of them, maybe close to 500 of those tickets. So that's like 40 pieces of gold gear out of here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a disappointment for new players. I mean, my account's 700,000 galactic power, and I'm getting some pretty good loot, right? So what do we got here? Has anybody commented on that? That's what Galactic War is for. Not all content is available to sub 1 million accounts. Maybe Vader cheese works against separatists. So yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it. It's something that we didn't have before. It's a bunch of extra loot that I can get now that I couldn't get, last week. So the fact that even at sub 1 million, I'm still able to pull what I consider to be a pretty good amount of loot out of there. It's not bad. But it definitely is motivation for me to say, okay, when I'm building my account now, how do I want to build it? And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to relic an Imperial, and then I'm going to relic a pilot. And then I'm going to go back to my Imperial team and relic an Imperial and a relic a pilot. Relic an Imperial, relic a pilot. And we'll do that for like our first 6, excuse me. We'll do that for like our first 6 relic characters. And then we should be in pretty good shape for getting a pretty high clear in Conquest as well. And, I calculated it out with 2 teams. You can do pretty much everything you want to do in Conquest with just 2 teams. One of them should be a light side, and one of them should be a dark side to get those quests done. But I figure I'll pull probably by 2 months from now. I should be able to clear Zone 3. Let's hope. Relic 5 Vader does a lot of stuff over in Conquest. Yeah, new players who are sitting at gear 10 or 11 won't be able to do more than 1 or 2 nodes. Well, don't sit at gear 11 or 12, gear 10 or 11. I keep seeing the number of 1 million galactic power. If you're at 1 million galactic power and you don't have gear 12s or relic characters, stop building new teams. Build a relic character right away. If you're at 1 million galactic power and you don't have any relics, build a relic. A lot of people have asked the question for, help us understand how I... basically, the question goes something like this. I can't believe you already got a relic character. That's really fast. How did you do it? And I'll make a video on this eventually. But guys, I'm telling you, this right here, you want to relic a character, Anybody who plays chess, a knight moves, up to over 1, right? Start here, up to over 1. These 4 squares, this is how you relic a character. Don't buy anything out of this shard shop ever. 90% of everything you ever spend in the shard shop needs to be right here. These 2 slots are purple gear that are required for characters when you go to relic them. Buy this out of your shard shop. You go to Vader, you look. Look at all the gear. This comes out of the shard shop. This comes out of the shard shop. All this, everywhere you see purple like that, those are shard shop farms. Right here, shard shop farms. As long as you're getting all of that stuff out of the shard shop, when I went to relic my snowtrooper, it's filled in, right? I had to farm, some of those. This I have filled in from raids. I've already got one of them. This I have filled in because I've farmed this node on dark side all the time anyway to get Mark IV back to gels. I haven't been doing that on my alt account, but that's how you end up getting a lot of these. So a lot of this other gear comes in, and then if you've bought all that purple stuff out of the shard shop, this is your problem. This is always your problem. You got to get the gear down here. You got to farm your collector, your injector handle, whatever it is that you have to do. But you saw on my Loquitur account, I farmed up this in a week, just by focusing on it and just farming that. So that's it. I mean, relics are not scary at all. And if you're sitting at 1,000,000 galactic power, you've got characters at 7 stars. All you have to do is go in here, select a character that you already have 7 stars. Here I've got a Poggle. Just buy a Poggle, right? No problem. We can go into the store here. We can buy Tarkin. We go down here, buy Akbar. This isn't for the stream. This is what I would do with my shards anyway. Turn in these things, 450. Go down here, Carbanti salvage. That's good. We like Carbanti salvage, but we're planning to build relic characters, so we can get Carbantis from farming. Boom, done. Buy that. Every time you got shards in here, if you buy off of these 2, you will be able to relic characters quite quickly. On the other hand, if you go in your character and you've got all of the gold stuff and you just need those purple pieces, wait. Be patient. Don't go crazy. Don't go farming those and wasting a bunch of energy. Continue to farm the bottleneck gear, the stuff that you need, and just wait for the shard shop to give those to you. So that's really the key to being able to relic characters early, is that shard shop. It's really a big deal. And then the other thing is you do have to commit your cantina energy, right? You got to farm signal data here. This node is notoriously hard to get signal data out of. The drop rate is not that good. So you just got to farm this node a lot, get your signal data. Farm this node, get signal data. So cantina farms, shard shops, and then when you're close on your relic, you just farm out to gold gear to finish and farm up here in your handle or your injector or your whatever, collector. All right. Which character would you relic in a First Order team on the way to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? Kylo Ren Unmasked. I love that character. I have a ridiculous affection for him. He has done so much good work for me in the game. And you could literally relic Kylo Ren Unmasked, put him on defense, and get a defensive hold. He's as Relic 7, Kylo Ren Unmasked is better than a full Geo team. Unless your opponent can eliminate him in one shot with like a Mando disintegrate, they're not getting through him. They got to take a team of, couple relic characters. He's insane. He is insane how tanky he is. It's crazy. It's a crazy character. Second most valuable out of that team is the red Sith Trooper. His assist, and you can see on my main account I've taken him all the way up to Relic 7. Third best is the old school Kylo Ren. He can solo a lot of teams, Old Republic Ewoks, stuff like that. Maybe not Ewoks, but there's some stuff that he can solo on Grand Arena. So those three would definitely be the first three, in my opinion. Kairos make me want to cry. We've got a solution for Kairos too. The solution for Kairos is to do well in Grand Arena. And again, if we go into the championship store here where you get currency from Grand Arena, if you look right here, this computer comes out of the championship store. I use almost 100% of my Grand Arena currency right here by these computers. The other Kyrotech comes off of 7B. And this node is insane. This is such a good node. You don't ever care about farming this. Kyrotech should not make you cry because one of them is an awesome farm and the other one comes out of the Grand Arena store. Right there. When I go against KRU Vader solo, the extra, whenever I go against a touch KRU Vader solo for the extra first order Hux Sith Trooper, then use a double tank with Nihilus and stall until annihilate. Yeah, that's pretty much where you end up getting stuck with that team. That you gotta have an annihilator. You gotta have a team where a character's basic attack does so much damage that he can get through Kylo Ren and Mass. Just to show people. Having fun with the stream right now. I'll get to my other Grand Arena here. I hope I'm not boring people to death waiting to see Grand Arena, but I like this conversation. This is fun. So his thing is with Scarred, right? So when he takes damage, he recovers 8% health, and he takes reduced damage from percent health effects. And then if he's in the lead spot, he's also getting, whenever they gain a status effect, they recover health and protection. So if he's in the lead, between the recovered health and protection here every time they gain a status effect, and the health recovery from Scarred every time he takes damage, right? When you get him to 110, 120,000 life, get a bunch of armor on him, every time he gets hit, he's gaining back, 8 to 10,000 life. Plus, every time he gains a status effect, he's gaining back more. He gains 20,000 back easily every time he takes damage. And so you have to have characters that are hitting for $60,000, $70,000 over and over, 60 or 70,000 damage over and over to get through that. All right. Okay. So we did have a question about how do I split the first order for Grand Arena. So because we're getting close to, we're winding down here on discussion and we probably need to play our Grand Arena on our main account, I can show you a little bit how I mod them. Why did I mod Kylo Ren Unmasked with critical chance set? Well, that's easy. That's an easy answer. Challenge for the chat. You guys, somebody, see if you can answer that question as to why my KRU on my Loquitur account has crit chance. See if anybody can figure it out. All right. Do we still have time to play a fleet battle for placement here? I think I can get number 1 if I can win. No, I can get number 2. I got to leave that guy alone because it's his payout. The guy in the top, it's his payout at the same time as mine. Sith Trooper Assist. Yeah, got it in 1. So Rogan got it. It's just so when he's doing all of his crazy counterattacks, people attack into him because of the taunt. He counterattacks. He gets a crit. He calls the Sith Trooper to attack as well. And you just get this train of assists going from the Sith Trooper. And he does throw up advantage a lot, but you can't guarantee that he's going to get advantage. So we put crit chance on him to trigger as many of those assists as we can. All right. All I can think of is health steal. It does help. I mean, when he's got advantage and he can do that health steal move, he does indeed get a lot of health back. That is truth. All right, let's swing and a miss. And what are we going to do over here? Let's just do that. Keep our turn meter going. Now we get to either stun or do something with Bosk again. Almost got my guy killed. Let's just steal your turn meter. Take it over here. Get some life back. All right, I got to be able to kill you so that I can get my foresight. Foresight, go. Yes. That allows me to ignore the daze or not get dazed. All right, let's just take away his buffs, hit him hard. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's get turn meter. Turn meter. Oh, Ahsoka still got to go. I can a lot of times get it where Ahsoka doesn't even get a turn. I stun her and then kill her. Not this time, though. She came in a little too soon. Let's put taunt on a TIE fighter. At this point, I think we just auto it out. Cassian in a first order fleet, is he for turn meter? No, Cassian's U-Wing strips all buffs from the enemy team. So when you fight a negotiator fleet and you've hit Anakin and you've popped his unending loyalty, he's under stealth. So you bring in Cassian's U-Wing, you dispel all the buffs on the other team, you call an assist, and then the U-Wing and Kylo attack Anakin and kill him. Don't have to wait for him to come out under stealth, and don't have to like swing an area effect and hope that it's enough to kill him. It's just a nice, secure way to finish him off. Cassian's reinforce is ridiculous good. I think so. I think it's one of the top reinforcement abilities in the game. Honestly, I think him and Plo are of all of the reinforcement abilities that I use. Those two on him and on Plo are the best. Plo gets you banners back in arena, so useful. Dispel all debuffs from allies, 40% health, 40% protection. And then as soon as you do that, you can also do this if you need to. Give somebody taunt so that you can protect a ship that's low. So you give health back to your guys, you put taunt on a guy that's healthy, and that conserves banners for your Grand Arena. We're about to get him going on the Loquitur account for sure. We got him set for 6 stars, so I think I'm going to open him up in my next video update. Cleans up the days from Negotiator and the droids from Malevolence. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. When KRU gets a crit, he gains turn meter off the lead. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. But in this case, it's really just because I'm trying to pull assists from the lobster. All right. Grand Arena. Enter. Last battle. Elias. So we cleared everything but his ships. He came in, cleared a couple teams, and this Mon Mothma team just stopped him 3 times in a row. He couldn't get to my ships. And that was the end of that. All right. My opponent for this week, 1.7 in ships, a little less in ships, a lot more in characters. He's got me by quite a bit on characters. And if we go to his inventory, we're looking at 2 Galactic Legends versus my 1. So he's at a huge advantage there. And this guy has, my account, this account that we're looking at, my main account, it's not that old of an account. I've used some cash to support my advancement. But when you look at an account like this account's been around for a long time. It's just thick with Zetas. Zetas everywhere, and you've got, a lot of these, characters are already up and reliced, and look at this, Zetas everywhere. Just row after row after row of Zetas. And that usually tells you something about how long the account has been in play. Look at this. We're 2/3 of the way through his account before we stop hitting Zeted characters. So this is an account that's been played for a long time. He's got great mods. He's got solid characters. If we look at his Vader, for example, he's running 263 speed, crit damage, a little bit of potency, 7,600 damage. These are good characters he's got. So I went very defensive again. So the theory is always this: if he plays heavy on defense, and I take a whole bunch of offense across, and I have to fight both of his Galactic Legends on offense, I'll run out of offensive teams and won't ever beat either one of them. So my best bet is to build a heavy defensive structure with the idea that I'm probably not going to get a full clear against him anyway. So that's what I did. So if we go in here, we've got the leftover First Order team. And somebody was asking how I divide up my First Order. This is how I personally divide them up. This is, Phasma, the officer, the 2 pilots, and the executioner. And this team is not that great in terms of will it get a hold, will it steal banners. This team is pretty easy to beat as long as the opponent brings in a relic team against it. If you try to underdog this and do like Gear 12 bounty hunters or something like that, this team will tear you apart because they do have good damage. So you got to bring something in that's good enough to either be, quite a few relic characters or go fast. So it's not meant to win. It's just meant to pull a good team. For the second string of characters, I do Kylo Ren Unmasked. And this is what you would call the standard arena team with Hux Unmasked, the Supreme Leader, Labsta, and the other tank, the Stormtrooper. And this allows me to have 10 characters, and Kylo Ren Old School is still not assigned to a team anywhere because I do like to occasionally get a solo in with him on offense. So I save my Kylo Ren Old School for an offensive solo somewhere. On ships, I'm getting very predictable, so people who look me up on SwiggoGG are going to see my fleets, and it's going to be the same thing over and over again. I just can't convince myself to do something different with fleets. I think both of these fleets have a good chance of holding or stealing banners. I am surely not going to put my First Order fleet on defense. And if you put the Empire fleet on defense, it is entirely too easy for people to kill your Vader, and then it's basically just done. All right. And then on the back wall, I assume that he's going to use his Supreme Leader to kill my Supreme Leader. So I did put my Night Sisters back here and a team, and I did relic the Marauder between last round and this round. So this team that I have with the kind of the Sith Eternal Emperor scraps team now has 2 relic characters on it. And for people who say, oh my God, Dooku's so good, I hate Dooku. I have had no success using Dooku. I've changed his mods like 30 times. So now he just has trash mods. I put him all on Tenacity, to reduce the chance that he gets stunned or dazed, so he always gets his counterattacks. Throw him on defense, and that's it. I'm done trying to figure Dooku out. He's just too much of a glass cannon. He just gets wiped out. Cool. Am I going for Sith Eternal Emperor? Absolutely. That's my next character. So I will work on a couple other characters while I'm working on him. But I think I've just got Krennic, the Guard, and Maul. I think that's it. And I think all the requirements are met. So getting close. And then I'll start the long, slow farm to get those tickets to actually unlock him. Some people go in there and they start doing 6 energy nodes all over the place and trying to race and get their tickets. I farm the stuff that I want to farm anyway. So like that dark side node with the Mark IV back to gels, that's probably how I'll get all of my C tickets. All right, so if we go in here and look, we've got a Padme team. We've got a Revan team. We've got this Scoundrel team is mediocre. I mean, at Relic level, this team is a huge threat. This is a brick wall at Relic level. At Gear 11, Gear 10, I don't know. I'm not too threatened. You can kill Vandor. It won't be too hard to work our way through Nest. So we got to take something against this team, but I don't think we have to get too carried away. Maybe I'll underestimate it and we'll get killed. Who knows? Here we've got the Night Sisters. Here we've got Grievous. So probably Jedi against Grievous. And against the Night Sisters, I want to use Bounty Hunters, but I really don't want to throw them away. Because I do have a good Bounty Hunter team, and I need to see what's on the back wall. So I don't want to use my Troopers on this. I don't want to use my Bounty Hunters on this. Maybe I'll just use Triumvirate. I think I could get through this with Triumvirate. Just the 3 of them. And that'll save me some good teams for over here. And then over here, we've got, on this Padme team, let's look at potency. I haven't scouted potency yet. Because if nobody has potency, I'll just do Nest. 63% potency. And this is 58% potency. He has a stun, right? 80% chance to stun for 1 turn. And his potency is 7. He's 79. He's just barely over. So he's got a chance to stun me, and number crunch does give potency, right? At the start of battle, he gives 10% of his potency, yeah. So everybody's got an extra 8 potency because of that. All right, so we've got some potency going on over here. You guys tell me, do you want to see Enfys Nest versus a pretty darn good Padme team? She's not that great. I'm not too worried about her damage. How many people want to see Enfys Nest? Nest can solo that. Almost. We're off by 1 little bit, though, so we can't quite solo it with Nest. Anybody else want to see Nest try to kill this team? Yes. What's my tenacity on Nest? 174, I think. Yep, 174.5. So if I was up around 180, then it would pretty much be a done deal, and I couldn't even get stunned by R2. Yes, Nest. You guys want to see something? I'm gonna show you something that I've never seen anybody else do before. This is kind of like my secret tech, and I think maybe it's been something that other people haven't thought about. At least I've never seen a streamer or another person say it. But we're going with Kit Fisto lead. 25 extra tenacity. So anytime I'm in the range where I'm not quite sure on my tenacity, I can put my Nest up to 200 with a Kit Fisto lead. What? Farm Boy Luke lead. Nope, we're not going to do Farm Boy Luke lead. All right, so let's just put it in auto. Farm Boy Luke gives more tenacity? Oh, I didn't know that. Time to send Urs. All right. So we could probably field another question. So the split for the First Order, I answered like how it is that I split the First Order team. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only way to do it or that's the right way to do it. I just like to put the full First Order arena team under, into the defense because I want to hold that zone. I really want that zone to hold. So for me, that's kind of the reason why I do that. The other way to do it is to actually build the good Kylo Ren unmasked team. So you put in Kylo Ren unmasked, you put in the old school Kylo, you put in Executioner or something like that, and then you put in the Sith Trooper and I don't know, whoever you want for the 7th or for the 5th character. And that team on its own can be a hold, and then for your First Order team, you can do all kinds of different things with your actual Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. So one of the fun things you can do, you can put it with the Night Sister Zombie plus a Night Sister like Asajj or Old Daka. Typically it's Old Daka. So you put in together Old Daka and the Zombie, and then you have a tank on that team. They still do get some bonuses. Once you get the advantage going on the Zombie, it's pretty ridiculous because the Zombie gets killed. And when the Zombie gets killed, she gets revived. And because she lost the advantage without getting a critical hit, Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader, puts the buff back on her. Oh. Yep. So he had courage stacks up, and it just so happened that Nest took her turn with a bunch of courage stacks up on Anakin. So that usually doesn't happen. Yep. Plo and Finn lead also. Yeah. Well, that's a disappointment. I usually don't have too much problem with that battle. She usually finishes them off and with no problem. But I guess that Anakin could do enough in one hit to take her out. All right, well, I think we still come back against that team without too much trouble. What do we want to do against Revan down here? Let's go over and play around for the back wall. We'll do that first. And we've been taking Ezra out and putting in Hermit Yoda. Oh, that's right. Nest triggered the bonus turn. You know what? I definitely should have had that on auto basic only. Yeah, that's what happened because she did her big area effect or something like that and triggered Anakin. All right, well, we'll recover from that. We'll go back around and do what must be done. All right, now let's see if we've got the turn order. I still don't understand why the other week when I did this, Yoda for some reason decided to go first. Okay, so pass this over to Bastila. Bastila tells Yoda to go. Yoda gives that to everybody but Bastila. Then we get this B2. Okay. Kill Grievous. Well, don't quite kill Grievous. Let Grievous have just a few hit points and never die. Okay, that's good. All right. How do we get buffs off of Droideka? That's the question. Don't know that we have the technology to do that at this point in time. So we'll just come over here, give Jolie Bindo some extra stuff. I'll just do that. Give everybody a hit. Work on the Magna Guard. Gotta try to figure out how to get these banners back on Bastila. Yeah, let's do that. I know that that stops us from being able to do that on Droideka now, but all right. Just keep working our way around here. Tap. This should kill Magna Guard. Don't think we want to do that quite yet. All right, let's see if we can just kill him. Get him, boys. Will we get around one more time to Jolie? All right, let's see what we can get here. Nothing. All right, buffs. 57. All right. I hate Grievous versus JKR fights. Yeah, Grievous is kind of scary. You know, he can just go off and do naughty things. All right, we'll do this. We'll take in the Sith Empire Trooper just because I don't want to get stunned right away. Well, all the stun's going to cost me is a little bit of life, right? So we've got Traya double Zated now. At the start of each turn, dispels. So it costs us a little bit of life, but we still get our turns. All right. Sentiment. All right, let's get pain on people. Let's isolate Taka or the zombie. Let's isolate the zombie. Seems like a good move. Cooldown increases across the board. All right, we'll just let zombie do whatever she wants. We don't care. Work on the old Daka here. All right. That should give me life back. That is a lot of plague. Okay. Now, do we want to kill Talzin? Well, let's get rid of Asajj first. Let's get rid of Asajj first. All right. And with the zombie isolated, then some of those toys are gone out of his kit too. But now zombie lost isolate because she died. All right. Let's held by hatred. Talzin. Okay. Steal everything from these guys again. We're going to isolate the zombie again so that we can do work on Talzin. I think we're in a position now where it doesn't matter anymore anyway. 60 banners. All right. Let's see what we got on the back wall. Leftover First Order and Bounty Hunters. Okay, Leftover First Order and Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters we could probably do... We could probably do clones here, right? Do clones against this. Low banner win, but a win nonetheless. Or we could do clones here. That team's actually not bad even at gear 12. Oh, he's clearing. He's working on me too. You got Kylo and he got Grievous in one shot. And he got good banners doing it, so. Okay. Well, let's get back in here and figure out what we're going to do here. I think this we pretty much just got to do that, right? You just got to do the mirror match and go in there and clean things up. I think that's it. I think that's what we got to do. No, not the fire. Make it stop. It hurts so much. All right, we're just going to go ahead and do buffs right away. And then we're going to try to hit Anakin for a lot. And that should be... How did that not kill Anakin? Come on. Come on, that's ridiculous. Okay. We'll do this to get protection up. We'll do this to get retribution up. We'll do this to get my life up. All right, now, can we just kick Kenobi out of here? I don't know if we got enough to kick Kenobi out of here. All right. Now, let's see what we got here. Let's do this. They got Kenobi. Oh my God, you killed Kenobi. Can't get to that Anakin. All right, now I can get to that Anakin. This should be it for Anakin. Get out of here. This is going to be an ugly win. Well, I hope it's going to be an ugly win. No guarantees at this point. All right. All right, now, let's see. Let's see what banners we can get back. None. All right. Well, it's cleaned up anyway. The mess has been cleaned. 67 people watching, 55 likes. A couple people joined. If you could hit that like button, please, that would be awesome. I would appreciate it. All right. So we could do bounty hunters here. Or troopers. Where are we going to do our troopers? We still got a good solid trooper win in us somewhere. This is fun to trooper on the back wall. That would be an easy win with troopers, right? We could decimate that with troopers. We could do this with troopers. We could do this with troopers. So we got Vader left. We got troopers left. Got, who else do we have? We've got the Rebel team, bounty hunters, clones. Vader, troopers, bounty hunters, clones. Troopers there. because Vader doesn't work as well against them. Clones, bounty hunters. That's the other thing. I mean, I could just take the bounty hunters in here. Are these guys super fast? Nah. So we should be able to just bounty hunter this. I'm going to play it safe. Play it safe and do the troopers here. Trooper win. Hey, Bookish, how you doing? Good to see you, man. All right, so let's take the mass assist on Yoda first. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, buff up. Mass assist again. Let's see. Got to start working on Jolie now. Put the ambition on him. Oh, that was easy. Put a couple shots on old Ben. Well. Oh, man. How are you doing on this fine Saturday? Man, anytime my troopers are doing that good, I'm doing great. That is just a fun team to play. I have so much fun with that team. All right. What do we got? Let's do bounty hunters here. Bounty hunters over here. And then Boba or Django? Take Django on this one. Heart for troopers. Taunt. Executioner. Mass assist. Phasma. Mass assist. Stealth up. I think I can kill this pilot in one hit. Come on. Come on. Show me how good you are. What? Lame. All right, everybody. Go. Evaporate. Taunt. Running circles around these fools. All right. Got that. Do mass assist again. Come on, Aura, get in there. Rocket to the face. More nets. All right, let's try the big shot again. Crit. Boom. No crits. Sad. Sad, no crits. All right. Rhodium. So far, this guy hasn't even got hung up. Look, he's not even slowing down or stopping a bit. He's just running through my teams like nothing. Nothing. He's running through my teams like they're made out of paper. And he's ahead of me. Look, he's winning. We're losing, boys. We're losing. All right. So we've got Vader still. We've got clones still. We've got rebels. Vader, clones, and rebels. I know the clones can do well here. I feel like the rebels can do well here too. I think my rebels have enough power to go right through the... But if I take a lightweight a rebel team, I think I can just shoot Grief right off the bat, kill Grief. See, my CLS is weak sauce, though. That Commander Luke just isn't cutting it. We got to get another good rebel somewhere in here. You can put in an Ezra just to give us a little more punch. Okay. I think we're going to go in with these guys and we're just going to shoot Grief right off the bat. Probably need to kill Dengar. Oh, Grief is under stealth. Grief is under stealth. Dengar's got to be it then. See you, Dengar. Okay. Get off my Luke. Splat. Fine by me if I can only use basics. Thump. Nice net. Doesn't work. We're immune to nets. Let's see. Let's call an assist from Han. That seems good. Wow, they got the contract off. That is not good for my banners. All right, let's see if we can get back some protection here. Grief down there doing work. Trying to carry the team. All right, we got him. 54 banners. Not pretty. Yeah, should have killed Mando first. I didn't think they were going to get the contract off that fast. That was pretty good for an AI team. Did I even slow him down at all? No. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Everything's ones. Oof. And he killed one of my ships. And he's killing my other ships. Yikes. This guy's going crazy. He's got a couple galactic legends, though. That's always good. Good stuff. All right, let's... That should be enough, right? That should be plenty to kill this team that we're up against. I got to make sure that I can kill Nest. She'll get all kinds of debuffs on her. We can Thrawn. I think that's good. Bring him in. And we get to say Zappy Zappy too. That always pleases me. Let's put it over here first. Let's do this. Let's do Kira with the big hit. Let's do Nest with a Culling Blade right away. Let's do Vander Chewbacca so he doesn't get any shenanigans. Then Zelbar. And then we'll do L3. And then hit him again. Throw a lightsaber. Finish him up. Man. Vader could have done that alone. All right. Okay. So we've got 2 fleets. We've got a Rebel fleet, 2 tanks, and a Falcon. We've got... I would definitely like to to kill the Rebel fleet with my First Order fleet, but the problem is that my Empire fleet is not so great against that Hound's Tooth. So I think I have to play my First Order fleet against the Hound's Tooth, and I have to play my Empire fleet against the Home One. All And if he didn't stumble on any battles anywhere, then that messing around with Nest is probably going to end up costing us this match. Yeah, he didn't take a loss in any of these. Cleared everything. So, yeah, messing around with Nest, that might cost us this round. That's all right, though. We're still doing good, having fun, getting a lot of banners. I would take the Rebel fleet first. I think we take the First Order fleet in against here first, and then we can just go down and clean up on that other fleet. Just take my 2 favorites in here. I don't feel like I need a 3rd ship, so we'll go in like this. Can you undersize for a win? Now, I mean, if he got everything cleared and I had 1 dropped battle, I'm not going to recover 32 banners with an underdog here and there. So I lost about 30 banners on that battle, and I'm not going to get that back. So pretty sure that I've already lost this Grand Arena, but if I didn't, it'll be quite a surprise to me. Still going to play like I mean it, though. We'll ability block him so he can't get taunt going. All right. Then we will steal turn meter from here. Finish off Boba Fett. Pass it back over. Big hit on the Houndstooth. All right. Then we'll come in with this reinforcement. Clear off all the buffs. Assist. Kill Houndstooth. Now we got to see if we can stall long enough to get Plo back in here. Let's see. We can steal turn meter and just stun this guy. Attack him small. Just keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. Okay. Dang it. 63. Still not bad. Still not too bad. All right, then down here, take a Tarkin. I think we want Tarkin, right? We'll take this in. We'll take the TIE Bomber in. Sunfac. And then we'll bring in reinforcements like that. And that'll give me stuff if I need to clean up. I'll still have the 2 Geos. I'll be able to put in something with the Geos and still have a cleanup fleet if I have to. All right, here we go. Get in there. Should have used Farm Boy instead. All right. Well, that's how it is. All right. Hurt him. And now we can light everybody on fire, which is all kinds of fun. Get him. Now we got to get Biggs. No, we can get this. We can get him still straight up. Okay, we'll bring in Slave 1. Yeah, we'll do that attack. A little better damage. Hit him. Come on, Vader, take a turn. All right, that should do it, right? Okay, now we got to get back around to our flaming buff. Got to get these guys on fire again. All right, Ghost. Here we go. That's everybody on fire. Vader doesn't care about your dodge. Get out of here. All right, we're not going to bring that in. We're just going to do that. Because if he does his area effect attack, we may lose another banner. So we don't want to do that. All right, done. Urs uses Ahsoka Fulcrum. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool that he tries out stuff that most people don't. So, yeah, we're going to come close, but that dropped battle that we had on the Padme team puts us out of contention. Still not bad, though, right? I think we can still place pretty high, and we got good banners, so... And we're now in the Rhodium tier. So, I mean, where we're at right now, if you want to look at it this way, out of all of the players in Division 2, we're number 2,500. So, that's not horrible. And we still got feats that we can complete. So, that's not horrible. 10 days left on this one, 10 and 2. So this one we got to complete within this round. So we'll do that. Save those other two. And that should put us at a little better, 2,400. All right, if you got 60 on that, you would have won. If I would have got 60 banners on the Padme victory, yeah, probably. Probably so. But I was confident. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've beat teams like that with Nest. Never had a problem. I would go out on a limb and say that may be the first time I've lost to Padme with Nest that I can remember. Why do you save the feats? In matchmaking, I don't understand everything about how matchmaking does. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there who knows the whole algorithm. But the idea behind it is when you first get paired up with your group of 8, you get paired up in some ways by your galactic power and in some ways by your rank. So if you're like in the top 50, the likelihood is that you're going to get paired up against other people that are way high up in the rank. And the higher up you pair, the harder it is. So if you save those feats until the last round, so on Monday we'll join the last round of the season, and then you complete these after you've joined, it may give you a little bit more favorable matchups. I'm not saying it does, I'm not saying it doesn't, but if it does, then saving those feats helps, and if it doesn't, then we still get the feats cashed in anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it's one of those things where it might help, it can't hurt, might as well do it. So that's where we're at. Okay, we had a couple other quick questions that people wanted me to answer for the stream. One of them was, how do I feel about the changes to the Heroic Rancor raid, the Challenge Tier Rancor? I think it's good. I think the Challenge Tier Rancor... not being limited to, having everybody play all at once is a good thing. Setting it up so that it makes it harder for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren to beat the whole thing on his own is also a good thing. But I think overall, your guild's ability to beat that raid is simply based on how many good teams your guild has that are all at Relic 5. And that's a pretty big barrier because I've got quite a few good teams, but even my troopers, I don't have a 5th person to put in the trooper team to call that a good team. I don't have, I don't have the 5th character that I need for the Padme team. So I can fill somebody in and have a Relic 5 team. But I've really only got about 2 good teams where all the characters that I want on that team are Relic 5. So there's 4 phases, and in theory, you need to be able to score in every one of those phases. So that makes it hard. I mean, unless your guild has just monster teams that do tons of percent damage, you're kind of stuck behind that gate of having enough Relic 5 teams to get through it. So I think the changes are good. I think it's a good quality of life change so that you don't have to try to organize things and play in airplane mode and all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's appreciated, but I don't know that it necessarily makes the raid easier. Overall, I think the guilds that were completing it before will still complete it. If you couldn't complete it before with coordination, you probably can't complete it now without coordination, if you understand what I'm saying. So that I think it doesn't invite more guilds in it that couldn't do it before. Has your guild cleared the sea pit yet? No. For my main account, no. It's a good guild. I mean, we do a lot of stuff, but we, we've only got a couple of the monstrosities in our guild that can get the, 10% or more every time they go in with a team. So no, we're working at it. We're chipping away at it. And I think over time, especially with this now that we can, each person can kind of experiment on their own and drop their score and it doesn't hurt the team. I think we'll make progress. I think we'll get much further along toward that goal. But, yep. I have R8 tunes though. Yeah, they've had it twice in the shop where you could buy stuff for relics, and on my main account, I spend money. So I wanted some Relic 8s. I bought the packs and relicated my characters that way. So, I mean, it's expensive, but I like the game. I'm entertained by it. I don't mind spending money on it. Spending money's not for everybody, and do what you're able to do. But yeah, I wanted some Relic 8s, so I bought those packs. Deeper rosters can do better in CPIT now rather than each person only able to use one team per phase. Yeah, that's true, but the likelihood that people have more than 4 teams that could do good is pretty low. Like I said, I already don't have a team for every phase. So it'll let you get through phases faster, but I don't know that it'll let you complete the whole raid any easier. I'd be surprised if any team besides the Vader and Galactic Legend can do more than 8%. The ramping speed is super crazy now. Yeah. Who would your next Relic 8 be? Probably Vader. Vader's a good Relic 8. The characters that I've Relic 8 so far on my main account are kind of dumb, I guess. I Relic the characters that I like, not necessarily what was good. So, of course, we did Supreme Leader Kylo Ren because that makes sense. I did Kylo Ren unmasked because I want that character to be as hard to get through as possible for my arena stuff. And then I Reliced my Nest, wherever she is. Where's my Nest? I feel like I'm looking right at her and skipping her. There she is. So my Nest is the other one. But, yeah, probably Vader. Seems like a logical thing to do. Han Solo is another fun one to Relic 8 because that his shoots first gets even better with that, with relics. So there's a bunch of characters that are good to Relic 8. Basically, any character that's really good to Relic 7 is also good to Relic 8. But the one place where you can actually get an advantage with Relic 8 and fleets, if you Relic 8 the commander of a capital ship, I do believe it gets maybe 1 or 2 more speed out of it. And so if you Relic 8 your Kenobi and the other guy doesn't have a Relic 8, you can outrun their capital ship and fleet, and just that little bit of extra speed gets you an advantage. I haven't tested that out myself yet, though, but I think that's potentially the way that it works. All right. Last question that I'm going to answer for this stream, and then I'm going to get going. We did have a question about early ships, and basically, should I use Tarkin or should I switch over to a Rebel fleet? And the answer is yes, you should. But It's a question of when. So if we look at ships, I'm hanging around number 11. I think I was up to number 8 today, so I don't know if I held that for my ship payout or not. But you can see I'm pretty high up in the ship fleet here. And what we're using is the Tarkin fleet with the Geos. So I put in the Silencer with the Spy and the Soldier. I bring in Sunfac as a reinforcement. I have a couple of my other decent reinforcements back. So would I rather have a Rebel fleet? If I could have a good Rebel fleet, I would rather have a good Rebel fleet. The problem is, these are characters that you want to work on early anyway. The Geos are good early. They're good for defense. So you're going to be able to build the ships, and the pilots are so important. So you have to build ships where you're going to work on the pilots. So to build a Rebel fleet, what you want to do, you want to go ahead and build this Tarkin fleet up, make that your main fleet. I'm probably even going to relic the Spy just to accelerate this fleet even more. But then I'm going to start building Biggs Darklighter. And you can see out of the Rebels that I plan to build, Biggs is the only one that I've actually got unlocked. I haven't started working on him yet, but I'll get him up to, gear 10, 11, 12, whatever. And then I'll unlock his ship and I'll just start building Biggs' ship. And then I'll have one Rebel ship. Then when I unlock Cassian and K2SO and Jyn Erso, then I'll get the U-Wing and I'll have my second Rebel ship. And when these two ships are good enough to pass up my Geo fleet, then I'll have a Rebel fleet. And then from there on out, I'll spend more time developing my Rebel fleet than I will my Geos. In terms of a timeline, that's 2 months out. It's going to be 2 or 3 more weeks before I even start working on the Biggs, 2 or 3 more weeks before I'm working on the rest of those characters, and then 2 or 3 more weeks before it makes more sense to use a Home 1 fleet as opposed to a Tarkin fleet. So easily 2 months before we make that flip. At least that's how I see it right now. Maybe as I get developing things, that'll turn out differently. So yes, probably for the first 6 months you play, if you want to invest in Tarkin and invest in the Geos and make that fleet, that's a good choice. Like right now, I don't even have enough Rebel ships to get Home 1 challenge done. Like these challenges for the 5th star take 5 light side ships, and I don't have my 5 light side ships yet. So that's kind of the limiting factor there. You just gotta spend enough time to get that up and going. Relegate General Grievous as a monster. Okay. I'm stuck between Hux or Kylo Ren unmasked, which will help the First Order fleet more. I can explain the First Order fleet to you very simply. It's the TIE Silencer and 6 support characters. The TIE Silencer is that fleet. It's what gets you kills. It's the only thing that does work. Everything else is just there to support the TIE Silencer, taking more turns and getting more damage, and that's it. So absolutely the most important thing for the First Order fleet is the Silencer, by far. Even to the extent that if something happens in the game and my TIE Silencer gets killed in the 3rd round, I just quit. There's no reason to even play that battle once your Silencer's gone. Hope that makes sense. Thanks for the answer. That means Tarkin for a while and calms my nerves. Yeah, it's the right way to go. And then even when your Rebel fleet is better, now you've got this really nice Tarkin and Geo fleet to put on defense, or to put a good Rebel on defense and still have that team for offense. So yeah, building the Tarkin fleet first and then kind of leapfrogging it with the Rebel fleet, it gives you 2 solid fleets. But somebody had mentioned that I should put more timelines with stuff, and so that's I'll try to do better at giving timelines. All right. Any last questions for the chat? All right, we've got goodbye, everyone. Happy Saturday. I think I echo that comment. Hope you all enjoyed this stream. Hope the conversations were fun. Next stream, we'll focus more on account reviews, and we'll get through a couple more of those and try to help some people out. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't stabbed that like button, give it a slash on your way out of the channel. And appreciate all you guys. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Come back, see the next video. See you in the next one.